I'm re-recording this intro because it didn't work. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face using Tarte Cosmetics. This is not sponsored because if you look at my subscriber number, you know ain't nobody going to sponsor me right now. But, so I'm going to be using a full face of Tarte, and I have been loving these products, and I will give you a review of what I think about them at the end. If you'd like to see how to get this look, or you're just interested in the Tarte Cosmetics brand and the items that I am using from them, just keep watching. First off, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Light, and I'm just going to set my eyelids down with this. I'm going to take this sponge by Eco Tools, and I'm just going to blot that out over the lid. I know my sponge looks like so rough because, I don't know, the water in Billings like dried it out and it started to rip, and then my sweet little niece got a hold of it and kind of gave it the what for. Next, I'm going to take the Tarte Amazonian Clay Setting Powder, and I'm going to be setting this on top of my lids to keep any lines out of the way. I'm going to go in with the Luxie 660 brush. This brush is what I typically use to set down my eyelids. Now I'm just going to make sure there's no more creases before I set it down. I'm going to take a little bit of that and dab it off and set down the powder. Now before I actually put on this concealer, I had prepped with the e.l.f. eye primer in the shade Sheer because I love it. It's like, I don't know, $2, and it's a really good eye primer. I do still put concealer over it because it doesn't completely diffuse discolorations on your eyelids. So I still put concealer over the top, but I find that makes my shadows last longer. Oh my gosh, this lighting makes me look like I've been to hell and back. Look horrendous. I'm actually looking at two cameras right now to test, so I apologize if I'm not looking at you at the moment because I'm looking at one of the cameras. I have to like work pretty hard because I don't have a super nice camera yet, so I'm doing my best to work with what I have. Okay, you don't need to know that. Let's go back to the Tarte thing. I look like I died. So this is the shadow we're going to be using. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette. First, I'm going to go in with the Alamar crease brush. This is the Alamar Cosmetics brush from the Ojito Trio. And I'm going to go into this color right here. This is kind of a brown color. This shade, if you have it, is called Marina. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to buff that into the crease. Kind of a slow build up, nice and natural. I'm just building it up slowly. You will see the pigment, but it won't be like slap you in the face pigment right off the bat. Alright, I'm taking that and I'm just making sure I buff it up the lid a little bit so it fades out. I don't have the eye shape to just leave it in just the crease, so I'm going to blend it out a bit, blend it up. Make sure you diffuse out those lines so you can blend the rest later. Next, I'm going to take, and it has some pigment on it, I apologize. This is the Luxie 121 Mini Taper Brush. This came in my BoxyCharm last month, and so I have been loving this, and I'm going to use this next. So, next I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's kind of a darker, more chocolate shade. The other one's like a milk chocolate, and this is like leaning towards dark cocoa, darker chocolate. And I'm going to take that shade to put in the outer V. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to go in the outside edge. And then I'm going to take it in to the crease a bit on the outer third of the eye, dragging it up the lid just a little where the transition shade was, and dragging it into the transition just on the outer third, and then blend so it diffuses out. I'm going to take it, I'm going to add more. I'm going to make this thicker and come in a little farther. With these shadows, I don't find that you ever have like too much pigment on your brush. You can build them up easier instead of being like there was so much pigment you don't know how to go backwards, which some people like more pigment right off the bat. Some people want to be able to build it up. I feel like this is very buildable pigment, which is nice. I feel like in these beauty videos, we're so pressured to keep the time down, but when you're actually following a tutorial, you're like, wait, slow down, I didn't get that done yet. Know what I mean? Is that just me? I was trying to follow One by Kathleen Lights the other day, and I had to like pause her constantly. And that's not her fault, she's just trying to make the video easier to watch. So you could watch a video first and then pause it in between steps so you can make sure you're able to get the job done, because let's be real, it doesn't take you 15 minutes to get this whole full face and beauty on. Now I'm just building that into the crease a little more to darken up the outer. It may be over a third, more like outer half of the eye, but you're aiming on keeping it towards the outside. This eye, I don't know what it is, but this area right here, every time, it's like this one specific area hates pigment, and I have to really attempt to get pigment in that little spot. I don't know what it is. So you want them both kind of at a slant. You can wipe off your brush now, like wipe it onto a loose towel or something. Oh, this lighting. I look in my viewfinder and I look like a raccoon, and it's not what I look like in real life. I am in such a work in progress to get this lighting right. Ugh. Oh well. So then you can wipe off that brush, and then we're going to switch colors. So I'm going to use the same brush. This is the same Luxie brush, and I'm going to change to this dark purple color right here. It's like a, let's see, it's like a really dark purple, more dark, lenient towards black than royal purple. You just, if you're trying to recreate this look, you'll want to use a very dark purple. But if you have this palette, it is in the shade Serene. No, not Serene, I lied. Sunset. Or no, I'm so dyslexic. Okay, it's in this shade Siren. Siren? Serene? I'm retarded. I think it's Siren. Alright, so I'm going to take that purple and I'm going to put that on just the outer part that we just did. So I'm not bringing it in as far. I'm just buffing it on the very outside of that diagonal. You're buffing it in and blending. These brushes are really good for blending. And I feel like these shadows blend quite well together. So I'm putting that just on the outer edge, not all the way in, and then you can drag it in just a little bit to the other shade as well to blend it in. Blend it in and out. You don't want any super intense lines. If you use the same brush, you'll take in some of that dark color to diffuse it out. If you want to just use a brush without any pigment on it, you can really blend without adding any color. I'm going to take this Luxie brush right here. This is the Luxie 141 mini round brush. I'm going to be taking this on the lower lash line, and I'm going to go in with the darker chocolate color we used earlier. I'm going to take that and put that on the lower lash line. So I'm just blending that out, kind of smoking it out, blending it up into the other pigment. And don't worry if it looks a little messy, because we'll clean it up. Now, we're going to pack on some color. So we're going to take, I'm using all these new brushes, so I apologize that you're seeing a theme. This is the Luxie 111, so 111 mini flat angled brush. And now we're going to go into this gold color that's in here. So we're going to go into this shade right here called Sunset. It's this one right here. I realized last time it didn't go on super intensely, so I'm going to be packing it on. So first off, I'm going to use my fingertip and I'm going to place that onto the third of the lid that has no pigment on it yet. And I wanted this color to show up a lot more intensely than just a subtle gold. So we're going to wet our brush and pack on some more after this. So you can see it's building up really pretty. I would definitely suggest using your finger with these shades. I do see that with these shimmer shades, you get a lot more out of it if you use your finger, which is true of a lot of palettes. Something about shimmers like your fingers better than they like brushes, depending on the palette. So you're taking that, bringing it into where your crease kind of begins, blending it in there. Then you can grab that first brush you used, or the brush you used with the darker pigment, the chocolate pigment. Alright, so I'm going to take that darker brown pigment and kind of just blend over if I got rid of any of that brown in the corner where I was putting gold on. So I'm just kind of blending that together, making sure your brown is still there, and then bringing it in just a bit to make that line a little sharper. All right, so you could stop here. You don't have to pack on more gold. You could stop at this point. I am going to pack on a little more gold just for funsies. I just have water in this right here, and I'm going to spray that onto my flat brush. And I'm going to grab that gold pigment once again and start packing that onto the lid. This helps you get a lot more shine, I feel like. It's not crazy intense foiled like some shadows, so you're not gonna really get it to that point, but you will get it to a pretty good, like a really nice gold. So I'm redampening the brush and going in for the other eye. And I don't really drag it, I pack it, like I place it on, because you don't want it to remove any of the other shadow because it's wet. If you have the MAC Fix Plus, a lot of beauty vloggers use that to dampen their brush and get those foiled shadows on a lot more intensely. I'm going to take that brush without adding any more pigment, the darker brush, and just blend out that edge one more time to make sure the brown stays and we have a clean, not necessarily a line, but a clean blend. I'm going to take that and put this in the inner corner. Same gold. You can switch to the more silvery shade if you like, but I think the gold is really good to kind of make the look very unified. And then you can drag it down towards the brown if you'd like. If you put too much shimmer on areas that could have lines, you actually exaggerate the lines, so you don't want to put too much where you may have lines under your eyes. I have very dry under eyes, so if I put too much shimmer, I'm gonna exaggerate my age. I apologize, my voice is so raspy today. What did I do? Sometimes it can be like that because when you work at home and you don't talk to as many people, like I talk to my dog more, sometimes that can happen because you're not talking as much and so my voice isn't warm. I'm going to go back to that mini flat brush and I'm going to take the gold once again and put it under the high point of the brow. You could switch and use that more metallic white shade once again if you'd like. It's up to you. You're the one doing your makeup. Customize it to how you want it to be. So, what's next, guys? Let's do our eyeliner. Next, I'm going to be going in with the Tarte Sex Kitten eyeliner. If you've watched my videos, you know that I hate the name of this eyeliner just because it seems so awkward to me. But I'm married, so I guess I can think I'm a sex kitten for my husband. This pencil is pretty creamy, pretty easy to work with. I do kind of go like this just to make it a little smoother, but you don't have to do it harshly. You can do it nicely. See, Daisy, call me crazy. And then I'm going to go under the eye. I'm just going to ever so nicely drag it under, not too far. Kind of trying to, as gently as I can, smoke it on there. It's not going to be a totally smoked line. You can use this smudger on the, whoops, I just drew on my face. You can use the smudger on the end of this brush because it is perfect for smoking that out if you'd like to. I don't quite want that though. And then I'm just going to connect it to where this line is. Some people say if you don't connect the two lines, your eyes stay open, look more open. And so that's up to you. It's totally your choice. Alrighty, what's next? Next off, I'm going to take this cute little, this is a gift size set. And I believe this is an older edition. I purchased this on Poshmark, and it usually retails for, I think, $20 or $22, something like that. And I bought it on Poshmark. It's brand new, though, unused. And so I paid $15, and then I paid $4.99 shipping. So I was super excited to get this so I could complete my Tarte look, so I would have basically an entire face of Tarte, which makes me really excited. So I'm going to take that out of this package. This is my first time using this, and there is a set of lashes in here. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm taking out the lashes. They have this cute little gold card behind them that made them look so pretty. I'll put the gold card behind so you guys can see. These are the lashes, and we will be applying these today.
I'm a little scared because I'm not very good at lashes. And I have a pair of scissors because I'll probably need to trim these down for my little girl eyes. I have very small almond-shaped eyes. Now, this set comes with a Tarte. This is the Tarte Pro Lash Adhesive, and I believe this is black. So let's open it up. Yep, so this one is in the black formula. And it also comes with the Tarte Lash Paint. This is a mascara, like travel size mascara, and it kind of scared me. I have not tried this yet. Uh-oh. One of my cameras turned off. So this mascara, it comes out really weird. Like, I feel like it should have something that it goes through up here, but this is just, it doesn't have that typical indentation that the mascara comes out of. It's just like a large circle on the inside. So you just put that in, pull it out. Nice travel size mascara. This is the Lash Paint Mascara. I have not tried this mascara particularly, and I won't be in this video. I'm going to be using the Gifted Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara, and I love this mascara. It is such a good mascara. So good. So typically, I would just use the mascara for this look because it's gorgeous, and I'll probably use a little bit of it after I put the lashes on. But I don't know. Should I do the lashes? Should I just do the mascara to show you how good the mascara is? I'm so conflicted right now. I could do the mascara, show you how good it is, and then put on the lashes. How's that? They also have the Tarte Pro Glitter Liner, and we will maybe be trying this in this little gold area right here. All right, let's do this. We're going to go into the Gifted Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. This is my new favorite mascara. I love this thing so much. It is such a good mascara. I'm going to not go quite as intense as I would usually due to the fact I'm going to be wearing the falsies. So that means I don't need to waste quite as much mascara. But this mascara is so good. Like, I haven't remotely built this up necessarily, and it's already looking so beautiful. How beautiful this mascara is. I love this mascara so much. So this is, I could continue to build this up and just give myself like outrageously beautiful eyelashes, or I could add these false lashes. I'm personally not a false lash person, so if I don't get these on very easy, I'll probably take them off. Oh, I love my eyelashes without them, though. They look, you cannot tell. My eyelashes look so good without these on, and I haven't even tried to build this up yet. Do I really want to put on the false lashes? Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to apply that glue to the lashes. Some people don't like black glue because then it shows up if you get it on your eye, to be honest. I've never used black glue, so we'll see how this goes. And I am no professional at false lashes. In fact, I kind of hate them. But I see how they do really glamorize a look. So it's worth learning. So you have to make it tacky. Shake it up. Make sure your glue is tacky before you try to put it on. For at least what I've heard people say is make sure it's tacky for at least 30 seconds. That seems to be way easier to put on than the eyelashes I put on the other day. And it like actually stuck down and stayed in place. Holy cow, that was impressive. Alright. So as a whole, these lashes weren't that hard to put on. One's not perfect as this one. I'm not very good at lashes, so I'm doing my best. They do look quite nice. But they're really long, so I would not wear these out on an everyday basis because I'm not a lash person like that. That's very extra for me. If I were going to something where I had to look phenomenal, or I was on TV, in a photo, in some kind of really fancy thing where I really needed to look good, I might wear these. Or if I was going to like be in a performance where I'm on stage and your eyes need to stand out,
then maybe that too. These are very, very long. So like I have to go get groceries after this and I will feel uncomfortable wearing these because they're so glam and so extra. But that's also me. I'm not one of those people that is comfortable wearing false lashes on an everyday basis. And maybe that's because my eyelashes are pretty decent by themselves. They're not Allie Glein's beautiful, but I mean, they're pretty decent by themselves, so I don't really need to wear false lashes in my opinion. And I'm not one of those people that likes the crazy glamour ones. And these are definitely crazy glamour ones. But if this is what you like, or you want to wear this for New Year's Eve or a Christmas party or a performance or something really special, then these are definitely going to give you some glamour. Let's put some mascara on the bottom lashes. Now let's do the face part. I am a little broken out today, and it's kind of sad. I'm looking quite rough. What did I use differently this week? I'm looking very red. I'm going to take the NXN Nurture by Nature Mattifying Primer. I'm going to mix that with the Tarte Liquid Highlighter. This is in the shade Stunner, and I'm going to mix that in there to kind of give us a glow, like a radiant primer. I'm just taking this little bit, and I'm going to mix it together and make that my primer. Alright, let's put it on the face. Now that has little glitters in it, so if you're not a fan of like little glitters being on your face, I would not suggest adding the Tarte liquid highlighter in there because it will disperse little fine glitters on your face. And it's not like big glitters, they're little. But if you don't want any glitter on your face, do not do it. We're going to go back in with our Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, since this is a full face of Tarte. And I'm going to just kind of spot conceal. Actually, this might be a bad idea considering my foundation's going to wipe it right off. We'll do that afterwards. Alright, I'm going to take my Tarte Clay Stick Foundation and put a couple lines on the cheeks. I'm going to look like a total nerd for a second. It's kind of goofy, but that's okay. Alright, and then I'm going to take my very beat up blender and begin to blend it out. I have been using a brush when I use this foundation, and as I'm using this blender right now, I'm kind of regretting not using my brush because to at least like spread the product out and then go over it with the blender for the skin-like finish. My nose is quite dry today. Because my nose is dry, I'm taking a little bit more of a stiffer blender right now to pack in the foundation so it doesn't have those goofy little lines I was getting a second ago. As you can see, this foundation is a little too light for my skin, but we will fix it when we go in with the contour and bronzer. And I gotta hurry up, this video is taking me an eternity. Now we're gonna put just a little on the under eyes to brighten it up, because this is actually brighter than the shade I have of Tarte Shape Tape. I'm gonna use this to do my under eye. And I have such dry under eyes that it's not wise for me to use Tarte Shape Tape under my under eyes, because even though I like it everywhere else on the face, it kind of accentuates the lines that I have or any dry patches. I would suggest using Tarte Shape Tape for like setting down your eyes or other areas of your face, but if you have dry under eyes, it's going to kind of make you look a little older, unless you have like that flawless texture on your under eyes. If you're blessed with that, I hate you. I'm just kidding. If you're blessed with that, do what you want. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to set that down with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Setting Powder. And I'm just going to put that on the under eye for now, and we'll set the rest of the face down in a second. I'm going to take that finishing powder. I'm going to take my Aesthetica P12 brush, my favorite brush in the whole wide world, and I'm going to set down the face. before you set it down, this would be the place to spot conceal. Hide any blemishes. I hid them before I put on foundation, but then when you blend it out, sometimes it'll take away. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to spot conceal before you set your face down. That foundation is reasonably full coverage enough, depending on the amount that you build it up to, that you can hide a lot of blemishes. Today it's not hiding. I had this weird like rash that came right here my husband saw the other day, and I don't know what it's from. And I have a couple breakouts that I'm trying to hide that it doesn't completely hide. It is reasonably full coverage if you use the brush and then a blender over the top. I think I prefer that method with this foundation, is to blend it out with the brush and then go with the beauty blender over the top. So I should have probably done that. This powder is very finely milled, so a little goes a long way. I really like this powder. And as soon as I run out of my little sample, I'll have to go buy some more because I like it that much. When I first tried it, I wasn't sure though. It was like one of those ones that I had to like play with a couple times before I ended up liking it. But I really like it now. And same with the foundation. The first time I used it, I was like, I don't know if I like this. And then I used it again later and I was like, I do like this foundation. I look really good today. What did I do differently? And it was that I used this foundation. So that's the whole issue with like first impressions, is that I cannot get out very much of this powder because there's only 2 little holes. See those 2 little holes? I'm struggling to get powder out. Okay. And back to what I was saying, is it's so hard sometimes first impressions, because a first impression could be like that it's not that great or horrible, and then you end up loving it later, or you come back to it and you're like, wow, that was really good, or maybe you just didn't use it the right way. It's so hard. So I'm going to go into the Tarte Pro Glow to Glow. I can't say it. The Tarte Pro Glow to Go palette. This palette has 3 shades. It also has a mirror down here. And you have this light shade, kind of a pinky highlight, a goldish yellow highlight, and your contour shade. So I'm going to take in that shade called Chisel, and I'm going to apply that as my bronze / contour. At first it applies and looks like a lot of pigment is concentrated in that area and kind of scares you, but it is actually really good at blending out, so you don't have to worry. Then I'm going to take it up around the forehead, up by my hairline, buff that around. Make sure you blend it down on the forehead enough you don't have a ring, and that you blend it into your hairline enough that your hairline doesn't look one color and then your face looks another color. Because anytime you can see a line from the rest of your body and your face, it's a dead giveaway. Or sometimes I find people that go really intense with the coverage on their face, and then their neck and the rest of their body seems uneven because it's either too dry, or it's not quite as soft, or maybe they have freckles like me, and then you're like, I'm really confused. Your face looks like porcelain correct, but your body doesn't match. So if you want to match your body and you want to look natural, like I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the ones where you look at their face and all you see, that is so made up, so made up. Without their makeup, they just look totally different. Like today, this makeup's going to be pretty intense for me. But I like that you can still see my freckles through it. You can still see my skin texture through it. I'm still a person. Know what I mean? Some people don't want to look like a person still. But I do. And my skin, I have enough acne scars that there's no way. No amount of makeup is going to make me look like a flawless porcelain doll, because even though you probably can't see it on camera, I have plenty of acne scars on the texture of my skin. And those alone are enough to give away that I'm not a fake. I'm going to take my Luxie tapered highlight brush, and I'm going to go into this middle shade called Burst. I'm going to apply that as my highlight. We're going to go on the top of the cheekbone. This is the more golden one, and I'm choosing this because our eyeshadow is golden, so it's going to make our look very cohesive. I'm making that C shape around up to my forehead, around my eyes. You can leave this at a natural level, or you can build it to a more blinding highlight. I don't know how blinding it'll really go, because I'm not one of those super blinders. It will show some of your texture, so if you have Like, not horribly, but what highlighter doesn't really show a little bit of texture. So if you were to have pimples in this area, you might not want to use a highlighter, or you might want to use a matte highlighter that's not going to emphasize the texture of your skin. I'm accidentally wiping off my brows by doing this. Whoops! Now we're going to go on a Cupid's bow. I kind of get more than the Cupid's bow, to be honest. I highlight like right up here and a little bit on the bottom, even though I'm going to cover it in just a second. I don't know. I kind of do that anyways. But the Cupid's bow is the main emphasis. Now, your nose highlight is different for everyone. Some people like just a bit at the end. Some people like just a bit up here, like just on the ridge. Everyone is different with their nose highlight, and each person claims something different. So it's kind of up to you. A lot of people say do it just right here and at the tip. I also have this Tarte highlighter. I forgot to show you guys. I have this Tarte highlighter. Maybe I should top it with this. Since I have it, we'll top our cheekbones with that. Woo! Woo! Well, I think this one's more blinding. So here's something that I do. You definitely do not have to do this. And no, I've never seen a beauty influencer do this. You either use a light powder, which would be preferred, but since I do not have a pigmented color from Tarte, I'm going to do this. And I've done this a couple times. You're going to think I'm crazy. I'm going to take that highlight I used on my highlight brush, and I'm going to very subtly put it under the contour. And y'all are freaking out inside right now. But what I'm doing is like creating that. If you don't want a line there, do not do this. But if you want that kind of more defined line there, this kind of does it. Let's set it all down. I'm going to bust out the Tarte Amazonian Clay powder one more time in my little sample size. And we're going to cover the whole face with it. And this will kind of blend the look together. Blend anything that's not blended, cover texture, and makes it look more airbrushed. I think this step is actually, at first you think, oh, I don't need to do that. And then you do it and you're like, wow, I remember why I do that. It kind of just blends it all together. It's like the finishing touch, the smoothing veil. Alrighty, I'm blending down the neck just to make sure my color is simultaneous with my neck. A little bit into the ear area so you don't have any crazy lines. This matches my skin tone enough that I'm not having any crazy lines. It's just a little too light for my skin, so it actually makes me look more fair than I am, which is saying something because I'm so fair. You can tell that my neck is slightly darker than my face. But the contour is helping, like, kind of blend that together. I'm going to go in, this is not, I don't have a lip liner by Tarte. I apologize, you don't have to use a lip liner, but I'm going to. So I'm going in with the Contour Cosmetics lip liner. What is this shade anyways? In this shade Juju, number 4. Sometimes I make this like kind of goofy face like this. Because then if you pull your lip liner into where the natural indentation there, it will actually make your lips look fuller. It makes them look more full this way instead of wide this way. And I realized like what a difference that trick makes. So I'm filling in the lips. Now that my lips are filled in, we're going to go in over the top with the Tarte. What is this? This is a Tarte lipstick. Crap, what is this called? I'll write it right here on the screen. This is one of their lipsticks I got in my kit where you could fill a bag for $63. It was 7 pieces total from Tarte for $63, and my husband bought that for me as an anniversary present, and of course I picked out the things, but still. So this came in that set, and it was one of the lipstick options. It wasn't the one I initially picked, but it was one of them. So I'm going to apply this lipstick over the top. Now, when I don't have lip liner on, this is more of a, you get more of a bronzy gold look from this shade. This is in the shade Body Surf. But with this lip liner on, it's going to make the pigment last a little longer. And it's going to look just a little pinker. Now, something my mom taught me when I was younger to make sure you don't have lipstick on the inside of your teeth is to go like this. So it like will put any pigment that's right where your teeth are onto it. It doesn't work with all lipsticks. I have this amazing lip gloss by Adese. And it's such a good lip gloss, such a beautiful color. but every time I wear it, it's on my teeth. Every time, literally every single time. Doesn't matter what I wear, under it, over it, by itself, it's on my teeth. Like every time I've worn it, my husband's been there and been like, you have lipstick on your teeth. I'm just like, what is wrong with this beautiful lipstick? I'm going to do a dual kind of purpose setting spray thing, and I'm going to go in with the Ready Set Radiant Skin Mist. This is by Tarte, obviously. My spritzer hasn't been working, though. I'm a little scared to use it. There, maybe it'll work. This stuff smells so good. I'm going to take my beauty blender and get any water droplets that I visibly see. Shoot, there's some on my eyelid. I don't know what happened to that spritzer, but it like has always given me these giant water droplets. It's kind of obnoxious. I really like it though. Like I love how it smells. I love how it looks. It just gives me these giant water droplets on my face. Maybe mine was like dropped when it was shipping or something. I'm not a fan of the fact that this setting spray gives me the giant water droplets. Can you guys see that? It doesn't look like it when it sprays, but I get these giant droplets sometimes. You probably have to spray it slower instead of like. Then I'm going to go over the top with the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is a second item I've used that was not, I guess, third or fourth item. But this is obviously not Tarte. But this is like the greatest setting spray known to the makeup industry. Fix my brow while that dries really quick. Alright guys, that completes this full face of Tarte makeup. I didn't use, I think I have like 2 other Tarte products that I did not use or did not need to use because I have the Shape Tape foundation and I didn't end up using this highlighter as much as I anticipated. But I loved this look. It's, I personally prefer it with just the mascara, not the lashes, but the lashes are beautiful. Like, I have nothing against them. They look very stunning, very good, and they were actually a lot easier to put on than some of the other lashes I've put on. I used this other one just the other day, and even though they were really soft and amazing, like, putting them on took me like a half hour. It was so bad. It was exhausting, and this took me literally like a minute on each side, if not less. Like this side was really short, this one just a little longer. But needless to say, I have been loving these products. Out of the group, I probably love the most this mascara. This is the Gifted Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. This is incredible and probably a forever repurchase for me unless I find something better. I have a couple favorite mascaras. This has definitely moved up to the top. I also love the Tarte Amazonian Clay Setting Powder. This is a great, nice, finely milled powder. Beautiful. I love the Pro to Glow palette. This is like a forever must for me now because I love that highlighter and I love that contour shade. So and I love the formula. It's so easily blendable. And the fact that it has this nice little mirror here that I can use in the car and I can do my makeup in the car. I've used this to do my makeup in the car because I feel like I'm always doing my makeup in the car. I always love the Sex Kitten eyeliner. I found this. It was probably one of the first things I've ever used from Tarte, and I found it and loved it, and this is kind of what got me on the Tarte track. The foundation is growing on me. I actually think I like it better than the Shape Tape foundation just because it blends out a little easier. It's more of a lightweight, dewy foundation. It's definitely buildable to a more full coverage look, but I like how it feels on my skin better than the Shape Tape foundation, I think. I'll have to play back and forth, but I feel like I always end up putting too much of the Shape Tape foundation on when I wear it. Like, I feel like I have too much on, and when I wear this, I feel like it's lightweight, I feel like my skin's on, and I feel like it's believably my skin as well, and I like that. So this stick foundation has really been growing on me. My husband laughed when he saw, so that it has this cute little thing on the end of it. And it's like textured really soft, and we both like sat there touching it and playing with it. We're such goobs. Of course, the Shape Tape foundation or the Shape Tape concealer. This is a known amazing thing. I actually really like this glue. I felt like this glue went on a lot easier than my I've been using the Kiss glue, and for some reason I felt like this glue made my lashes stay on like that instead of taking me like 10 years of trying to get it to stick on. So the glue I was very well pleased by the lashes. I use this, I keep this in my purse actually, and I've been using this lipstick on a daily basis. So that shows you that I really like it. It does wear off and is more sheer. It's not as opaque as a liquid lipstick for sure. It will wear off and it will just leave like kind of a sparkly tint to your lips. I wouldn't consider this a constant wear look. Probably wearing the lip liner under it will prolong its last, but do not depend on this for an all-day lipstick. At first when I used you can see it's worn off because I've used it enough, but the liquid highlighter, I hated it at first, and I think that's just because I didn't really know how to use it, and now that I've been implementing it more into my makeup routine, I have really begun to like it. I will have to tell you how I like the Lash Paint Mascara, just because I didn't really use it much for a real lash experience today. I just kind of used it to separate my lashes. And let's see, what was the last thing? I was going to put this on. Should we put this on in the corner? Maybe? I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm too scared right now. It looks pretty good without it. I'll try this next time. This is the glitter liner, and I will be using this. I'm really excited to use this, actually. It's such beautiful packaging. Tarte's packaging is always, like, phenomenal. Like, I have nothing against their packaging. Oh, and the eyeshadow palette, when I have used this, I've been very much complimented. I do recommend using a primer for your eyelids beneath it on top of a concealer or a very long-lasting concealer, because as a person with a more oily skin or like leaky eyes, I find that I really do have to put an eyeshadow primer on, because when I've used only concealer with this, it creased. Like, no time it creased. And so I would definitely suggest using a eye primer with this. But I love the shades, great shades. Absolutely what I love about this is the mirror. Like, it's such a great mirror inside here, and it's perfect for putting in my purse, because then, once again, if I'm doing my makeup in the car, mirror, or if I'm taking my makeup somewhere to do it, or if I'm traveling, I have an instant, amazing, very large mirror. And it has really nice colors. Like these, you can make great everyday looks with these, and you can bring it to a more glamorous look as well. It's not my favorite eyeshadow palette, I will say that, but it is still a really good eyeshadow palette. I have used some that I probably prefer over this one, but I love this look. Like, I used this the other day and I thought, wow, it looks so good. I love how easy they blend. I love how you can make it so natural and still bring it to glam. You can have amazing makeup and still look incredibly natural with this. When I first used all my Tarte stuff when I was testing out these, I did a super, super, super natural look, and it looked really good. I was really impressed that I could use such great makeup and make such a natural look with it. So if you're interested in that super natural look, please leave me a comment so I can do that for you. And if not, here's the glam one. I love you guys. Thank you for stopping in. Like and subscribe so you can see me coming back every time. I'm gonna get better and better, because I know you've probably watched other beauty vloggers and they're probably better than me, but I'm on my way. I'm trying. So if you enjoyed this or found this anyway helpful or entertaining, I hope you like and subscribe, because I'd love to see you guys here. And I also am going to be doing a giveaway when I hit 100 subscribers, and that giveaway has at least 6 eyeshadow palettes in it, so you're going to want to be in on that. Alright, I need to shut up now. I love you guys. Bye! Who is calling me? Walgreens. Sorry, I can't answer you right now. I'm going to go into the Tarte Pro Glow to Go. Can't talk.